where I start with my paintings, and it is mainly painting, so I've made installations in the past, but it's a speculation on a future, either on this planet or maybe somewhere else. I'm quite interested in the idea of an infinite universe with an infinite number of stars and possibly even an infinite number of universes, and the creation therefore of all sorts of strange and very different kind of environments that we are not familiar with or used to on little planet Earth. And that vastness and the possibility in that vastness is something which I think influences my work. People say it's science fiction work, and I guess it is in a way, but it's more, I think, exploring possibilities in the vastness of time and space. And that probably sounds very pretentious, but in a way what I do is draw on things like science fiction, including trashy science fiction, which I used to read a long time ago, and do still occasionally, I have to say, but also speculations on the future, looking at things like geology and archaeology, where you get layers of history, layers of rock formation and so on a planet, and not just on our planet, but on planets all over the place. I'm absolutely sure it's the same processes. And if you think of, let's say, a rock strata, each layer in that rock strata might be no more than a day. And so encapsulated in geology, you can have just a day's non-events in a natural situation millions and millions of years ago. And all of that kind of thing just rolls around in my head. And the images that come out reflect some of the things that I've done in the past. I have worked very much with maps, so some map-like images tend to emerge, looking down on things, but also I'm interested in speculating on strange architectural forms, and on forms which are maybe half organic and half created by something, not necessarily man, but by some sentient being of some kind. And my work, I don't seem to run out of ideas because of all of that. There's so many ideas and things that you can think about and draw on. So that's the background to my work. And that one, yes. On this one, on the face of it, what you've got, as far as I'm concerned, because I painted it, is some strange needle-like rock formations which could be created by man or by some other intelligent being. But if you look closely, you'll find that they're not attached to the ground. In fact, there is no ground on that. There's a layer, one might almost say an almost flat layer of clouds with gaps in, and the structures, if that's what they are, protrude through it. So it's a speculation on a something, but there cannot be very much gravity with atoms because they wouldn't be floating about. There's a nice blue sky, so perhaps it's nice somewhere in the vicinity of this location. And these might be occupied by people. They might be floating, but they might be powered by something. So in a way, that's the beginning and the end of it. But more than that, I just want the viewer to maybe speculate on what they might be looking at, and maybe even think about it in the context of this planet, where we might go next, and even the kind of world that we might find if we come back here in, say, 2 or 3 million years' time. So, in a way, what you're looking at there is a prediction for the future, possibly of planet Earth. And if that makes you think about the present time, then that's okay by me, because I think there's an awful lot of problems that we are approaching on our planet if we haven't approached them already, and who knows where we'll all be in 500 years' time. I won't be around, but somebody here might be. Yeah.